back in and tell me what do you think, Kara?
You have to.
Immigrating, yeah, migrating, moving. We talked about how animals are, how animals migrate and how sometimes humans migrate too. Do you guys remember writing your circle maps? We put an idea in the middle. We talked about, yeah, exactly. So I am going to write my own little circle map right now. Even though you guys did yours already, I'm going to write my own because I know that some of you guys are still working on yours, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. So what did we put, who can tell me what we put in the middle of it? What did we put in the middle last time?
You put the title.
The title, or maybe the central idea, right? I moved. So I'm going to put, this is my little circle map. I say I moved. Hold on, you can't do that, huh? Let's try that again. I moved. And I moved down the street when I moved. I moved when I was 5. I moved right down the street. So I'm going to say I moved down the block.
A block.
Yeah, what's a block?
A block. Like, it's like, a block is like, when you want to get to a place, when you say, how many blocks more? And
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Miles or...
Yeah, it's a bunch of houses. Okay, so that's my idea in the center, right? And then what did we put on the outside? We put, yeah, we put things that are related to our idea, right? So I moved when I was in 5th grade. So I'm putting 5th grade. And then I was happy when I moved because I had a brand new home to move into. And then I lived on a street called Seville.
Seville Street.
Yep, Seville Avenue. Okay, Seville Avenue. Okay, so these are the emotions and these are the things that went on when I was moving, right? Yeah, do you have a question?
Yeah.
Yes.
Block is like...
Oh, we moved on. We moved on from a block, but thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, so these are all of the things that surround my idea, right? So now that I have my circle map, what's the next step in the writing process? What do you think, Nicholas?
What kind of street you moved?
What kind of street I moved? Maybe. Have you guys heard of a draft? It's called a first draft.
Yeah.
That is what we are going to work on today as a class. We are going to take our ideas from our circle map and we're going to create a story. Okay?
A story. I like stories.
I like stories too. It's good. All right. So, what do we need in stories? We need sentences, right? So we're going to take our ideas from here, and now you and I are going to create a story together. Do you have a question?
Yes.
What's your question?
Make a real book.
Are we going to make a real book? Maybe. That's how stories get started, right? They start with ideas. Okay, so I'm going to start my first sentence, and I'm going to take my ideas down here and create my first sentence. Which idea should I start with? That I moved in 5th grade, that I was happy, or that I lived on Seville Avenue? What do you think? What do you think? Maybe that's a good idea, right? Because that's a general idea. Okay, so I'm going to start here. Because it's our rough draft, we won't have to worry about our title yet. We can do that later, right?
Yes.
So we can just pretend like there's a title here, and then we're going to start over here. And I'm going to say, what's your name, hon? Karen? Okay. So, like Karen said, I'm going to start with my 5th grade idea. So, I'm going to say, I moved when
I was in 5th grade.
You got it. Was in 5th grade. And because this is our first draft, are we worried about spelling?
No.
No. We just want to get our ideas down on paper, right? What do you think, Wendy? What should I say next? So I got my 5th grade idea, so I'm going to cross that off. I was happy when I moved. That's good. That's a good sentence. I was happy.
When?
I'm going to start over here. To move. I was happy to move. All right, last one. What do you think? What's the last notion? Yeah, Edwin?
And when you went to your house, You were happy where you were. What street? Where street you were?
I was happy on my street. Yeah, so we're going to go on our last idea, which is what I wrote in my circle map, right? And that's what I was on Seville Avenue. So I was happy to move, and I'm going to say I moved down Seville Avenue, because that's where I moved, right? So this is a really good rough draft.
Like you only did 3 sentences.
Yeah, but what happened? I got all of my ideas, right? I moved down Seville Avenue. Okay, and so what happens if you go along and you don't have a word that you know? What are you going to do?
You just try to spell it?
Yeah, try to spell it. If you don't know, just circle it and move on. Don't worry about all of that stuff right now. Yeah, do you have a question, Edwin?
Yeah. Did you really move to Seville Avenue?
I did. I moved down Seville Avenue. I moved 5 houses when I was in 5th grade. Isn't that funny? Yeah, see, and I'm excited to hear your guys' story about how you had migration, how you moved. All right? Oh, you have to write them down, okay? So that's what we're going to do when we go back to our desks now. Do you guys have any questions before we go back to our desks?
Yes.
Yes. What is the question? Yes.
And did you go to the mountains?
You'll read my story later. Do you have a question about the writing process?
Yeah.
What do you think, Stephen? Do you have a question? No. Comments? Okay, tell me
thought-
later.
I thought I moved 6 places.
Did you really? That's fantastic. Well, I can't wait to read all about it, okay? So if there's no more questions, we're going to go back to our desk and we're going to write. All right? Deal?